Welcome back to Kids Planning. I'm Daniel. This is Allison, and today we are talking about games to start your collection with.
There's just so many choices out there, especially now with like Target and Walmart and Amazon are just blowing up with board games.
And every time you walk down the aisle, there's more.
Yeah, where it's almost like too intimidating to know, okay, I don't even know which one would be a good one to start with. So we thought we would let you peek at some of the ones that we started our collection with. These aren't just the ones we started, but these are some with just different. It's a little diverse, and the ones that we pulled out that we got last year. But
wanted to hit some different mechanics, different strategies. Also, all of these are ones that we have found to be playable. From Peyton just turned 8, but when he was 7, we were able to play all of these.
Even before that.
Even before that. But so most of them, we just wanted to make sure that we were giving you games that were accessible for the whole family. We'll do kind of our favorite older games in another video, but this is just games to start.
Favorite card games.
Yeah.
Sorry.
These are all board games. So this is just games to start your collection with, or at least to look at if you're just overwhelmed and want to kind of see what's out there and get some suggestions. So first up is Castle Panic.
That's upside down, I think. Is it?
No.
Yes, it is. Castle Panic. So yeah,
from Fireside Games.
Yes, Castle Panic. It is, if you've been following with our Instagrams, stuff like that, you know that Castle Panic is kind of dear to our hearts.
Yes.
My brother-in-law, Daniel's brother, got this for us like 4 years ago.
Yeah, this was our first modern game. It was the first cooperative game we ever played. Before this, we didn't even know that cooperative games were a thing, that you could play against the board.
Like, what?
Before that, it was Dominoes and Sorry and
Skippo
Phase 10,
and
but
Mousetrap.
the idea of cooperative games, we were not aware of them. So it's not complicated. There's a few rules. Once you get going, it's easy enough to play. Peyton can come up with his own strategy with it.
Peyton loves this.
It's so much fun. Some of our best board game memories are around this game.
Yep.
And we had an anniversary trip. We played. It was with the Engines of War expansion.
Yeah.
It came down to the very last move of the game. It was either we beat the bad guys,
or they took us out,
or they destroy our castle in that move. And it's so much fun. Just so many memories wrapped up.
Lots
in
of
this
high
game.
fives in this game. It plays really well we've played 4 players. I think is the most that we've played with. But then Daniel and I play just as a 2-player. And really, we really enjoy this game.
It's all open information, so it's really easy. It's a really good cooperative game to be able to play with younger players because you can kind of help them strategize and then just let them decide what they want to do on their turn.
Yeah, you can tell by the box. This is a very well-loved game.
So that's Castle Panic. That is the closest that I would get to a must-have game. Like, obviously not every game is for everyone, and you're going to make the choices that are best. But please, if you have not at least played it, taken a look at it, look at Castle Panic. It is fantastic. It is, for us, a must-have in our collection.
And this is a must-have in his collection wherever he goes.
Ticket to
Ride. And this is the North America edition, which is
the
standard one that you can get. Daniel dominates us all in this game.
And I'll just say, there's some of these games are going to be kind of, those are the games that everyone says to say. There's a reason. Yes. Ticket to Ride is probably the introduction for a lot of people to Euro games, which is basically, there's no direct competition. You can't do anything to directly affect other players. In Ticket to Ride, you're building train paths. You can kind of see it on the back of the box.
Yeah.
You're building paths with your trains. You're trying to complete tickets, complete routes between specific cities. But other than taking routes that other people need, you can't derail people's trains and
it's not like attacking on other people and that type of thing. It's a lot of fun. The boys really love this. It is. We learned from a friend that for those that are colorblind, it helps with you can play this game fine because there's symbols on everything, which I thought was really, really cool. And obviously there's tons of other versions of Ticket to Ride. We recently got Ticket to Ride Europe, which we really enjoyed. I like the different variants that they have in that game versus what they've got in this one. But this original is a great one to have for your collection, and we highly recommend it.
I will say this is the one...
He said he wasn't going to open the game.
But this is important.
Okay.
There is the 1910 expansion available for this. The only thing, it adds some different objectives. Other than that, it's these puny little cards or actual regular size cards.
We recommend the regular size.
It's purely a money grab, but spend the extra $20, get the 1910 expansion, so you're not trying to shuffle these.
Tiny cards. It matters.
Yes,
it really does.
Makes a huge difference. And one question we get a lot is Ticket to Ride or Ticket to Ride First Journey, which is the junior version. We play very few, really, if any anymore, junior versions of games. So with Ticket to Ride, when younger kids play, all it really does is make it harder for the adults. It's like an extra level of difficulty because the kids don't, like when Peyton was 5, he would play this and he didn't really understand completing the tickets. He'd just collect cards and make routes.
He kind of understood it, but he
wasn't doing it logically.
Yeah.
He wasn't taking routes logically. He could just take the ones he could get, which meant that you couldn't anticipate what he was going to do. So we really enjoyed playing this with Peyton when he was younger because it adds that level of difficulty because he's just not doing things that a normal adult would do. So definitely look at Ticket to Ride. Again, there's a reason that this is
such a staple.
First game. Yeah, that's such a staple for so many people.
Yep. So that's Ticket to Ride. The next one is Azul. This is the original Azul, and then we also have Azul Summer Pavilion.
We have not played the middle one, and we've been told not to
worry
about it. We need to.
Play it, yeah.
But
and they've got another one coming out, I believe.
For full disclosure, these are the only two that we have played.
Yes. And we also will do a video sometime when we go head to head as far as why I prefer this one.
Yep. And why this one is better.
Azul, both of them are great. They're tile laying. Again, it's that same you're not competing with the other players. You are drafting tiles that are in the middle of the table to build up your tiles.
Your tableau.
Your tableau. Jared says it's like building the because we did tiles in our bathroom, so he's building his bathroom tile. Now that's more what this one. This one you're doing these star shapes.
It's technically stained glass.
Stained glass. That's what it is. But yeah, we really enjoy this one. I love the thinkiness of this and the pattern making and just processing. Especially with this one, because this one can be a little take that.
Yeah. But this one has fewer options. So if you kind of see the Summer Pavilion, you're trying, and you can kind of see it on the front of the box. You have these different stars that you're trying to fill that are color coded, and so there's more different colored tiles. There's a lot more options of things to do and ways to go. With Azul, everyone is working off of the same. Like you have your own boards, but the objective is the same. Same as Summer Pavilion, but it's a little more straightforward in Azul. There's not quite as many options. Still very strategy heavy, very thinky, and that you need to think a few moves ahead because once you do certain things, it automatically triggers the end of the game, and you can do that by accident if you're not careful to avoid that.
And they're both the same in the randomness. Is it because you're drafting tiles out of a bag to lay them in the middle or you're pulling tiles out of the bag to then draft from those? Correct. So that's the randomness of it. Even though this is the same board each time, and everyone's doing that same thing, you do have that randomness, which I like. Yeah,
and this one does have a 2-sided board. So the good thing about Summer Pavilion is it has the potential to add an extra level of difficulty where you have a board that has already color-coded stars on it, and then the other side, they don't have colors assigned to them, so it adds more options.
You do have to go by the rules according to that. It is more difficult.
But it's a little more versatile. It has a few more options than the original Azul. But I would say if you can get both, get both. If you are new to gaming, the original might be a little bit better step. Again, we had this for a year before we got this one because we couldn't find this one during the pandemic. So either one is great to start with. Both of them have brought us so much fun.
Oh, we enjoy it.
And these are great like Saturday morning games. They're not intense. They're not overwhelming to play. They're easy to set up.
You can have conversations while you're playing and things like that, or you just have music in the background and just chill. Really, really love the aesthetics of both of these games a lot. So that's Azul, and highly recommend you checking that one out.
And again, other than taking tiles that other people need during the drafting process, there's no direct or sticking people with tiles they don't need.
We're gonna put these over on the other
There's
side.
no direct interaction between the players and like fighting each other.
Yeah. This one is Karuba. This is from Haba. Haba sent this to us to try and just see, because we didn't know that Haba had older games, and I guess this isn't considered older.
This is still a kid's game, but it's so much fun.
But we like it a lot as adults, and that's what Haba said when they said that this is one of those that most parents will play even without the kids. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know how well you can see. Each one has a board, and then you have these tiles, and it's tile laying and path making.
Everyone sets up their board the same. So you have this beach around the outside of the board, and then you're trying to make your way from where your player starts to different shrines in the jungle. But everyone sets up their board exactly the same way, and it's different every time. You can put them in different places, but everyone is working off the exact same map
and the same tiles.
Yes, so there's tiles there's 50 tiles that each player has. One player draws them randomly, and then everyone else they're numbered. So then everyone else finds the number that matches. So everyone is using the same tile, but you can do different things with them. So it's the same map, the same tiles, but you're deciding how to make your own paths. And it's 4 people trying to get to 4 different shrines. So or what it shrines works.
Shrines work. I think it's temples.
Temples. That's the word. So, but everyone is working differently. Whoever gets to them first wins. And you get points for getting to them first. So if you get to 1 first, you might get the larger points.
And I think it's 5, 3, and 1. You get points, and then there's also gems that you can collect along the way. And those come out with the different tiles that are drawn. What I like about this is it's not one of those that I would play on repeat. Like, I'm not going to play 3 games of this in a row. Because it can get a little repetitive.
And we're probably not going to take it on a date and play it on a date.
No, but I definitely, anytime the boys ask, hey, let's play Karuba, I'm like, yes, I'm there, let's get to the table. I really, really enjoy this game. It's just one of those where if you are new to the board game hobby, this would be a simple tile laying, path making game that everyone has enjoyed that I've come across.
Yep. And kids and adults. It's just, it's tons of fun.
Yeah.
And last, we have one of our, for me, top 5 Cartographers by Thunderworks Games. Just go get it. That's it. We'll see you later.
This game, we played this actually over Zoom during the pandemic. We had never heard of it before. We had a friend say, hey, come on, we're going to play this game. Get your color pencils and print off these sheets. So we played this, I believe it was probably a year ago, almost exactly a year ago. We played it, and then 2 weeks later was my birthday, and I love the game so much the boys surprised me, and they got it for me. And
it was a selfish gift.
It was. We got it for ourselves. We love this game. I know we're not supposed to open this up, but
it's a
never seen it before.
Yes, it is a flip and write. You're flipping over cards with different shapes on them and different types of terrain that you can draw.
And you make pretty maps. I mean, I love this.
Yeah, if you like art, if you're artistic, it can get a little tedious when you have a scribbler and an artist.
Yeah,
because the scribbler is just gonna make their shapes and go on, and the artist.
We keep them all because they're art.
But it's
cards that flip during the game.
So you're trying to, and if you've played any other Thunderworks games, this takes place in that same world. You're mapping out new realms. But basically, during the game, you're flipping over cards that have terrain types and shapes on them, and you're trying to fit those together in order to get points. It's so much fun. Again, it's not tedious. It's relaxing.
Yeah.
You can get colored pencils out. You can be artsy with it. You can have fun with it.
Do recommend if you have kids, I mean, we'd need to invest in these too, to get erasable colored pencils.
Yeah.
Because mistakes happen.
Yes.
It's like, oh no, I meant to draw it right here and I didn't realize it was this, and mistakes happen.
Yeah.
Get erasable colored pencils.
Yeah. But Cartographers is it's a game that everyone needs to at least try. It is, especially if you've never played a flip and write game or a roll and write. Roll and writes and flip and writes are still pretty different, but it's that same similar mechanic. It's just one. Everyone needs to try it. It is such a fantastic game. Also, right now, maybe when you're watching this, it's already come out, is Cartographers Heroes, which is the sequel to Cartographers that just adds a little more. Yes, it's standalone, but it just adds some more elements to it. There, you can mix and match with them, but it's just, and Cartographers, just play it.
It's a really great game. Okay, so we have these 5 games. I guess it's 6 considering the Azuls. But I snuck one in.
You snuck one in?
Without
What'd
telling
you sneak
him.
in?
Because speaking of roll and rights.
Oh, yeah.
I had to sneak this one in because this is one that we have played over and over and over and over again.
Last summer, we probably played 100 days in a row. Just wake up, have our coffee, tell the boys to leave us alone for like 20 minutes.
This is Railroad Inc.
And yeah.
And it's awesome. You're not supposed to open it up, but I'm going to anyways. You've got your tiles that have, or your dice that have roads and railroads on them. In the blue edition, you've got rivers and lakes. There's also a red edition, and they just came out with a big pack, which has got yellow and purple. Yeah. And
that'll be in retail soon.
Yeah, that will be in retail soon.
It's kickstarted last year.
Yeah, but
it's just you're making roads
and railroads and getting points, and it's so relaxing. Yeah. A lot of times we play against each other, but we like beating our own scores.
It plays exactly the same with 1 player to 5 players. Yeah. You're not drafting, you're not claiming things. Everyone uses all the same dice. You're really just playing against yourself. At the end of the game, there's going to be scores, but you can't, and there's no way to affect the other players.
No, you're in your own. Yeah. You're drawing on your board, and it's secret. It's behind its own little screen. It comes with each. They're dry erasable. They're so reusable. You can even get online. They have a print off to where you can even then do this over Zoom if you want.
Yeah.
Or say you're having a party and everyone wants to play it, but there's only, I think it's 5.
Yeah.
In here. No, 6. There's 6 boards, but say there's 8. You can just print off a couple more online and everyone can play.
There's nothing that makes it 6 players other than that's how many boards are in the box.
Right.
So yeah, this is our go-to 2-player game, go-to date game. It's just we have so many great memories of this. I think it is a worthy addition.
Thank you. I was like, he doesn't know I'm sneaking it in, but I just had to sneak this into this video because Railroad Inc. is such. Are you gonna sneak one in too? I don't know if we have any of our staples here.
Yeah.
Is this good right now?
Yeah, that works.
So these are the games that we think you should add to your collection if you're just starting out. There's Carcassonne. I mean, there's
Carcassonne, also a classic. No, that'll be the next. That'll be round 2.
So we won't sneak this one.
No, but yes.
Hold on, don't keep talking while I'm back here.
So again, these games are it's a pretty diverse pairing. This is not our go buy these first 5 games to start your collection. This is not a ranked list in any way.
No, I think I introduced them. We had to introduce the order that we actually got them into our collection. If you were just wondering what game should I get next, one of these.
Yeah. Just
pick one of these just to add to your collection. And I don't think you'll go wrong.
No, and we'll be doing more of these because we get that question all the time. What should I played this game? What's next? I loved it. What's next?
Yeah.
And that's, again, we understand that games are an investment, that they're not always cheap. Most of the time they're not cheap. So our goal is just to get people playing games that they're going to enjoy, that are going to be a good investment, and Cartographer's cost per play is probably 7 cents now. We've played that, and Railroad Inc.
Oh my gosh,
is almost a penny a play for us. We have gotten back.
And Castle Panic, Ticket to Ride, all of these we've played. Their boxes are telltale signs of how
we have gotten our money's worth out of these games, and we'll continue to because these are just such great games, staple games for our collection.
Yep.
So I think that is all for now. We'll be back soon with another list of the next games to add to your collection because we have tons of great games that we want to share with everybody. Yes. But for now, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. We will leave links in the description to where you can find all of these games, find the bell, and click it.
Ding.
Yep.
And also we have some videos right over here that you can check out. In the meantime, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.